What's going on, y'all? I'm so excited to be talking to you guys again, man. Did you guys miss this phase? Feels good to be back, and today I got something special for you. I am going to teach you guys how to come up with a full dance set to perform at a talent show, your studio, dance class, with girlfriends, perform for friends. It's limitless. When I started dancing, when I was really deep into dancing, the thing about it is, you always got to showcase, whether it's for a class. For years, I taught as a studio director for probably about 4 or 5 different studios. And on top of that, I was a guest performer. When you do recitals and you train a certain class or several classes for a few months, there's usually a final dance at the end, And of course, as a choreographer, I had to do, my own set, because you want to validate your skills, not just for the people like other dancers. You got to keep in mind, moms are watching you guys. Dads are watching you guys, step-parents, grandparents. The ones that usually are paying for the classes if you're teaching a young, you know what I mean? Or there could be somebody just watching and be like, you know what, man? Like, I like what this kid's doing. Okay, this is the guy that's teaching my son. All right, I trust him. He ain't just no yoga teacher, all right? So there's a lot of reasons why you have to do a showcase. Sometimes you just want to do it just for fun, you know what I mean? Like you want to test out some songs you've been working on. You want to test out these transitions, these mixes. That's what I will be teaching you today. Let's get to one thing straight. You guys are familiar with World of Dance. When you're with a real dance studio and you know what I mean, like the LA scene, Sacramento scene, they have sets, 8 to 12 minute sets, minimum sometimes are 6 minutes, and they're training anywhere from 5 people to 15 people. Jumping off here, oh, this is our set, boom, making the transitions and all that. That is not what we're doing today. Today, I'm going to teach you an individual structure that I have and formula that I always used, and it goes with, a lot of different songs, right? For just a solo dancer. Later on, you can you can implant, hey, instead of this freestyle, let's do a choreo piece there. Boom. You can do this with other people. But right now, I'm just going to teach you how to make a solo routine. The great thing about this formula is there's no particular rules. There's a formula, but you input the songs, you input the choices. So you guys have a lot of freedom to create. But it took me a while to actually figure this out because I was like, man, I can't be dancing for 3 minutes straight, man, without no, breath. And then on top of that, it's like, not only can I not dance for 3 minutes straight, like I'm inputting power moves in here and stuff. So how you structure is very important, but really easy. What I'm gonna give you guys today, this formula, trust me, you're gonna use it for years to come. You're gonna have one in the bag, and like every mix that you make, save it, put it in the bag, put it in your arsenal. Let's say a teacher, one of your students' schools, or like the principal asks you, hey, would you mind doing a performance? We're promoting this dance thing, we're giving it a try, and we'd like for you to be one of the guest performers. You can't be like, oh shit, oh I'm nervous, oh I don't know what to do. Or you go there and all you do is just a breakdancing set for 45 seconds. A lot of times, anytime you do a performance, you gotta feel like everybody's watching you. Opportunity to get hired. My crush is watching me, Like you really gotta pump yourself up. Because 1, that way you get your energy up. And 2, you get the motivation to continue creating. Once I got this formula packed down tight, I knew what to do to save me and myself energy. I knew where to place these little haymakers and all that stuff, right? So that way, it's like a build-up. It doesn't necessarily have to be a story, but it's just a nice little showcase. Call it a routine, a little set you can do. That 1 will satisfy the crowd, and 2, it'll make an impression for maybe any potential work in the future for you. Potential just opportunity to get seen again. Because when you're a dancer, man, all you want to display is just your moves. You want to display your passion, all the things you worked hard for. If you're strictly a b-boy, instead of just going in there doing a b-boy set, top rock footwork, maybe some power into some style, man, a b-boy takes a lot of physical energy. You can get gassed up. If you use this formula and add a little twist to it, you can do a lot of things that won't cause a lot of energy. I'm gonna share with you guys a few things. So enough talking. Well, actually, I'm gonna be talking all video, but enough with the intro. Let's get started. So remember, today I'm teaching you guys just how to structure your own solo dance performance. We already talked about who you can dance for, okay? Sky's the limit there. So step number 1, how to make your own dance performance. I recommend the first song, keep it a slow song or a swag song. It could be a Bruno Mars, it could be, and I'll tell you the reason why. My personal structure was always a slow song, or a song that was maybe just subtle but intricate, because your first song is just the attention grabber, okay? It's not, you know what I mean? You don't go off right off the bat with flares, 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 flares. You save that for the back. A lot of my first songs were Bruno Mars. It was, you know, a lot of Donnell Jones, smooth, because that was my style, smooth, R&B. I wanted to set up the tone for the next thing that's coming up, all right? Because remember, this is a dance performance. It's gonna unfold with surprises. So, usually for the first song, I would only like do just the first verse. If I like the second verse, maybe the second verse. I wouldn't do the chorus, I would just do the first verse. Remember, this is just a structure. I'll show you guys some links and examples to ones I've previously done, just to give you guys a hint. I can't give you guys the mix because I want you guys to use this as a project to make a mix yourself. Even if you have no freaking performances coming up, it's okay. Just look at it as a time for you to train. Sharpen that knife. The first song, it's only be maybe 30 to 45 seconds because the intro all the way to when the chorus starts, every song, it always goes usually first verse, chorus, second verse, and then, you know, a bridge or whatever. But that first verse, just make sure the first song you dance to is anywhere from 25 to 45 seconds. Under 1 minute. You do your first verse. After that first verse, what I want you guys to do is go on YouTube and download 3 to 5 sound effects. The sound effects could be maybe a countdown.
3, 2, 1.
It could be bone twisting. Something, okay? Because after that first verse, you're gonna have an abrupt stop. It could be a scratch. And then you can just interpret the text. Because your next segment of the song is your haymaker. First song, slow, and it goes into that sound effects. Sound effect. You freeze dramatically. You can add just one sound effect if you want to keep it simple. I usually do 2 sound effects. Maybe I'll do like a scratch into a bone breaking, right? Just because it's like, ooh, what the hell? Because remember, dance is expressive, and also you want to go up, down, up, down, up, down. That way, you know, your dance, it's not boring, and you're replacing a lot of cardio and a lot of hard breathing work for animation, expression, a little bit of acting. Okay, so your first song was an R&B, slow, first verse, into your sound effect, transition, da 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 da, okay, into your second part of your dance. This is where usually I would do a little bit of break dancing. This is my haymaker. When I say haymaker, it's about your show-off move. Whatever you got in the bag that makes people go, woo! For me, I did a lot of style. A lot of people don't know is when I first started dancing, I was a b-boy. I wasn't the fanciest b-boy. I just learned how to do windmills, flares, footwork, a little bit of style, you know, and a few flips. And I noticed because I b-boyed first, that like anytime I would b-boy, it was more impressive because I was like, ooh, he's not just a choreography dancer. Oh, he's not just a freestyle. That boy can be, he got power. So it was always something I had in the bag that I would save for the end to impress. Because if you weren't impressed with that love song, if that's not you, everybody knows what a headspin is. Everybody knows what a windmill. When you're just going in circles, especially to a nice song, that breakdown can be 20 seconds. Let's say you can insert for your second piece breakdancing. Okay, so you would do your first song, your slow song. You would do your sound effect, boom, and that would transition either 1 slowly or 2 pop it out of nowhere. And then your second song would come in, and maybe you can do your b-boy set. Footwork, go down there, flare, windmill, whatever you decide to do. You want to break dance. And your tutter, add a sick ass tutting song. You don't want to do a love song transition into another love song unless strictly that's just what you do and that's the route you want to go. Understand, y'all, just me personally, I wanted to show versatility. I wanted to show off in that moment because I didn't know, you know, who was watching. You know, could have been b-boys out there. Like, some people don't recognize or might not respect the slow songs that much to them. They like it, they appreciate it, but they might not, you know, rock with that. You know what I mean? But everybody rock with breaking. You know, you see somebody even do like a bronco kick into some worms and you're like, oh, right? If it's not breakdancing, do a dope ass tutting or lock. Just make sure the songs contrast. First song was slow, into your transition, into maybe your funky locking song. 5, 6, 7, 8. Bum, 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 bum. bum, bum, bum. You know what I mean? You know, when Jabberwockies came out, they inspired just this whole movement of just beat killing. Just really, that's something I love to do, because right in that time, 2008, 2006, like when they were coming out with ABDC, that's when I really got into like making a bunch of different songs, you know, because that's what they would do on the show. They would self-mix their own shit, right? Like I said, I'm not teaching it to self-mix, but it sparked like an idea that, oh, okay, I'm not just gonna go up there, do one song, and then be like, after the song's like, you good. Nah. I'm gonna add an explosion at the end. I'm gonna add a little fall down, and then it goes technologic. Sky's the limit, man. And like I said, I'm giving you guys these ideas because I want you guys, if you can use my formula exact, and I don't care, as long as it gets you guys out there, performs, and you make an impression, man. But like I said, I want you to input your own things, because you might not be a b-boy. You're like, you know what, you know, for that breakdown part Sean was talking about, I'm gonna do that tutting combo. I'm gonna do that tutting combo. I'm gonna do that finger thing. Just glide. First song, transition sound effect into some dope ass gliding music, you know what I mean? Like this routine, it could be under 2 minutes. It could be a minute and a half, because this is a showcase. This is not a full performance for you. Later on, when you have a choreography piece already that maybe you learned, plug that in into the beginning. If it fits at the second part, plug it in the second part. But real quick, guys, a quick review. First song, take a first verse or second verse. Usually I prefer a slow song, plug that in. It starts with a slow song. And then it goes into a transition. DJ effect, a countdown, an explosion. Nah, maybe save the explosion for the end. And then it goes into your haymaker section. The haymaker section could be locking, tutting, breakdancing, gliding, whatever you want to display that makes people go, ooh. And that's fairly different from your first song selection. So let's say now you're at a minute 30. Okay, you did your 45-second intro. You had your sound effects that maybe killed another 15 seconds. Now you're at a minute. And then now you did your haymaker part, breakdance, tutting, whatever, and that killed another 35 seconds. Now for the end, you can do another transition. If you want to be very simple, just add an explosion. That really tells people, boom, I'm done. Got an explosion, I fell down. It tells people to clap, it's very obvious. Or you guys can add like, you know, your favorite ending to a song. Whatever the ending was, and then just fall. Make sure when it ends, make it a little obvious that it ends, okay? That's why, like I said, it might be cheesy, the explosion, or it might not be. Depends how you do it. But I just use that as a very simple, blatant example, because every time I used it, everybody's like, ah! I would fall down, or the music would stop. At the end, don't let the music fade out like very slowly, unless you're grooving. Unless you're grooving slow, and it's obvious that you're ending, and then you bow. It's very simple, guys. Less than 2 minutes is the goal. Be creative with this one. Be fun. Hey, I'm giving you the tips. I'm giving you the formula. But you still need to add yourself, your style, whoever you are into this. This is a nice little project. This is a nice little fun thing. And if it's not for a performance, make it for a video, a dance video. Alright, film it today, film it tomorrow. Write down it on paper, get your own outline out, what you're gonna use. Start downloading your music, start looking up sound effects. They're fun things to do, guys. It's time to really make dance fun again, alright? You know what I mean? Because you don't have to do a lot of stuff. Lately, I've just been cleaning up my channel, and I've been, making thumbnails for old videos, posting up some lost tapes, things like that. But now, check it out, guys. I got a lot of stuff, a lot of content coming up. I plan on making in-depth gliding. I started with this video I think you guys are gonna really love. I got a lot of footwork combinations. I might do a move of the day, but I just want to be more engaged with y'all, man, and I want to get that voice out. You know what I mean? I always love teaching. I always love comments that, you know what I mean, that how it changed somebody, you know what I mean, whether it's life or they had their best time, met the best people while dancing, and everybody's gonna have their outlet, man, especially in these hard times. So hopefully you guys take that formula, man, use it and abuse it. I don't give a crap. Muzicsoulrhythm, Sean Fan from Beatboxers. Shout outs to DZ, shout outs to Joe. We back in the game.